Hello and welcome to the Profitable Baker podcast, the show for bakers who mean business. I'm Annie Bennett, founder of the Home Baking Business Academy, and every week I'll be sharing practical lessons, mindset shifts, and inspiring stories from bakers who are building businesses they love. Because success in this industry isn't about who bakes the fanciest cakes, it's about who builds the strongest business foundations. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Profitable Baker podcast with me, Annie Bennett. Now, I'm really excited today because we have a special guest with us, and get this, we are going international today, and it's really exciting. We have the fabulous Cristina Arevalo with us, who is the art cake coach. Almost got it wrong there. She's the art cake coach. And currently she is based in Lisbon, Portugal, a place I know quite well for various reasons. But it's just fabulous to have you here. Welcome, Cristina. It's lovely to have you here.
Thank you, Annie. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. A fellow podcaster that I admire. So it's my honor to be here. And you pronounce my last name perfectly. Better than the Portuguese, I have to say.
Because I do believe that you aren't actually Portuguese, are you?
No, it's a long story. I mean, I'm originally from Venezuela. I was born in Venezuela. I lived in the United States. That's why I have my American accent. And I married a Portuguese, and that's why I live in Portugal now. Now, I've been living in Portugal for 20 years, 21. So yes.
Excellent. So we are truly international.
Truly
with you,
international.
Cristina, today.
Yes.
Fantastic. Right, so let's get down to it. Now, I know that some of my listeners will know who you are, but for those that don't, can you tell us a little bit about what you do, but how you arrived at doing what you do? Tell us some of your story, your background.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. And yes, of course, I can tell. I mean, I'm going to try to keep it short because it's a long story. Anyway, I've been in the cake business for over 18 years. I started as we all start, right? Doing the cakes like, oh, I want to bake the cakes for my kids and decorate the cakes for my kids. I bought, um, those early books of, oh, now I forgot, the Debbie Brown
Oh,
books.
yes.
And I fell in love with sugar paste, which is something that people don't do much nowadays. But and the modeling, the part of all the modeling figurines, I just fell in love with that. So I did that for 18 years. I also I from Venezuela, I brought a technique of a gelatin decoration. This flowers that you put inside of a gelatin. Actually, you build the flowers inside the gelatin.
Yes.
It's different. So I was a teacher of that for a while too. Then the pandemic came, the COVID, as we all know. And with the pandemic, that everything stopped. Actually, I was kind of getting a little bit tired of being in the kitchen all the time and not having weekends and all of that. So it was the excuse to stop when the pandemic hit. Like, okay, let's stop. Because of the pandemic, I opened a group on Facebook that started as 20 of our friends just to keep ourselves company and maybe share some recipes. That is Cake Friends Stay Creative, who nowadays is a group. It's a community of over 8,000 members from all over the world. It grew exponentially during the lockdown. And I found myself in a different place. I found myself leading a community. I found myself answering questions. Somehow people thought I knew a lot because I was leading this community. So naturally, I will say very organically, I started to become a coach. Like, okay, let's how do you do this, or how do you price your cakes, or how do you teach this, how do you record a video? So I started going into the coaching side of things, and I fell in love with that. I was like, oh, I love this, I can help people. It's my default. If I see a problem, I have to fix it. That's me. And I was like, okay, I can help people. I can help people with things that I know about and that I love, which is the cakes. But funny enough, let's say the core message was always around strategizing, time management, not being overwhelmed because I always work from home.
Yeah.
I'm also an ESL English teacher for adults for business English. So
Ah,
I had another job. I mean, my kids growing up, taking care of the house, all of those things. And so the message naturally went into how to cope with all of that at the
yeah.
same time and running a business from home. And that's how the Art Cake Coach came to be.
Yeah.
From the Art Cake Coach started the podcast,
Yeah.
which is now in its fifth season, 200 episodes. I cannot believe I've been
Wow.
talking for that long and people still listen. That's another thing. And recently, very recent, I I kind of changed a little bit the message, not only for cake makers or
Hmm.
cake business owners, cake artists, but to creatives in general, because
Hmm.
there's a lot of people there with the, handcraft businesses or
Yeah.
trying to sell their watercolors or maybe writing something that are struggling with the same
Yeah.
time management, managing all their life and working from home and the family and everything at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's where the RK coach is at right now. Is
Wow.
so to say it in, in a sentence, I help home base, cake, and creative business owners manage their time and find a strategy that works for them. That's it. That's what I do.
Fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, a lot of us cake business coaches just deal with people that make cakes and bake.
Yeah,
But actually, the business basics are the same for so many different industries, aren't they? Different
it is.
crafts and yeah.
And funny enough, the struggles are the
Mm,
same. Is the pricing, is the social media, is how do I cope with taking care of my kids and having, and trying to have a business from home. It's pretty much the same. Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
it is.
Is your community quite an international one, or are you based, are your the people that you work with based in Portugal, Europe, or are they worldwide?
Oh my God, they're from all over the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
Sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming because I also speak Spanish and Portuguese.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
inside the community, we have a big group of Spanish speakers and a big group. Portuguese, not so much. That's
Mm.
a different game because here people is very close into their own thing. It's
Okay.
like I do my biz. I sell my cake. Don't bother me.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a lack of community, which is something
Oh,
I'm trying to build with some other cake makers and teachers here in Portugal.
uh-huh.
We're getting there. It's
Yeah.
taking time, but we're getting there. And but it's a very international community. Going back to your question, it's a very
Yeah.
international community, and trying to please everyone, it's a little bit difficult
Yeah.
because then you have I mainly speak in English because it's like the common
Yeah.
denominator
Yeah.
language, but then the Spanish speakers like bring teachers in Spanish. Let's do things in
Oh.
Spanish. Why don't you do another podcast in Spanish? Like I can't. But
Oh my word.
it's too much. But yeah, it maybe one day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very international community. We have a lot of people from Latin America, India, UK, United States as well. Yeah, it's
Fantastic.
pretty big. Yeah.
Fantastic. Because I know that the Indian cake industry is quite huge, isn't it?
That's another
Yeah.
world in
Yeah.
itself. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And they're
Amazing.
very participative,
Mm.
very into the community. They really want to learn and to know and to be part of something. So
Yeah.
it's really nice. Yeah.
Fantastic. And do you find that the issues that cake businesses have is the same internationally?
Oh,
It's all very much the same things that you're helping with?
it's just crazy,
Yeah.
I've been I because in my coaching I work mainly in the community, and I do have a school community where it's
Mhm.
sort of like a membership,
Yeah.
and but I do one-on-one coaching as well, and I had coachees from Latin America, from India, from Canada, from you name it. And the funny thing is, what they say is exactly the same everywhere. And
Wow.
you're like, oh, I thought that was only here.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, and it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
It's the issues is the issues are the same. Is the pricing mainly,
Mhm.
social media driving them crazy
Yeah.
mainly, but then also, which I find interesting, is two things: is the imposter syndrome, huge
Yes.
everywhere. Even people that you think, oh, they're so high up,
Yeah.
they have everything figured out, they know what they're doing, and they don't. They still feel like for some reason they're not good enough. And the other one is, um, which is something that I'm passionate. I mean, how would I say it? Like I need to fix it.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know how, but I need to fix it. Is this sense of uh, everybody's my competition, and
Yes.
I have to be the only
Mm.
baker in town, and everybody is here against me, and no,
Yeah.
there's so much beauty in community and in working together, but it's
Yeah.
everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere, every country that I talk to is the same problem.
It's
Yeah.
so interesting because
Hmm.
I talk to a lot of baking business coaches like you, and in fact, we had a meeting the other day, didn't we? That
Yeah.
you and Jenny Gilson are trying to start something up, and we were all chatting together, and yeah, the same things are coming up.
Repeat
Yeah,
itself. I know. I know. I
it's
know.
funny. So it's not a a cultural where you are based thing. It's a business
It's a
thing.
business thing.
Yeah,
And I have found out that it's also a common denominator among creatives,
yeah,
not only cake
yeah,
makers. I think I was thinking about it the other day, and I think it's when we work with creativity, it's very personal. It's very
yes,
emotional,
yes,
and as you know, most of the issues business wise is people cannot separate the emotion from the business,
yes,
right?
yeah,
And when it comes to anything related with creativity, whatever it is the same thing. People, I think they feel like what I do is so unique that nobody else can do it,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
And it's
yeah,
very emotional. Trying to remove that and to say, no, it's for the business side. It's good that other people do the same thing. It's good to have competition. It's good to collaborate with others. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we
I
have to work on that. We
Yeah,
do.
absolutely. I mean, I say that to the people that I work with all the time, the lovely members in my membership, particularly Hello membership. Um,
Hello, membership.
yeah, Hello membership. That you have to run your business with your head, although you can obviously you put heart into it because it's creative. But when it comes to talking to customers and getting quotes and getting feedback, you have to look at it. They're talking about your business. They're not talking
Mhm.
about you as a person, are they?
Hmm. Amen to that. Because yes, that's where emotions tend to run really high.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh, because I'm a failure. No, you're not.
Yes, exactly.
Whatever method you're applying is not working. But
Yeah,
that's it. That's it. Let's change it. But
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And
it
it's
is.
it's the mindset, isn't it, of both of pricing and your ability to sell and talk to your customers about what you're selling.
Mm-hmm.
If you sort of feel like you're a bit of an imposter and you don't belong here, then that's going to affect how you price and how you, oh yes, I'll give you a discount, please book me.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's a bit of
love
that,
me.
isn't there?
Because at
Yeah.
the end, it's like, love me, please. It's like, no,
Yes.
it's not about that. And we all went through that.
Oh
I did
yes.
it as well when I
Yeah,
started, until I realized, well, this is not working. I'm not making any money.
yeah,
What's going on?
yeah,
But yeah, yeah,
yeah,
it is the same. It is the same issue. And yeah, the other day in this meeting that we
yeah,
have, we saw that it's a repetitive theme, no matter where you are and no matter who the person is.
yeah,
And funny enough, I always say it in my podcast, I do get imposter syndrome as well. It's
oh
not
yeah,
that you don't get it anymore, but you snap out of it easier. It's
yeah,
like, sometimes you're like, ooh, would I be,
yeah,
it's like, do I belong?
yeah,
But it's like, oh, come on, you're here.
yeah,
Shut up. Just keep
yeah,
going.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's right. You sort of learn to tell yourself things, don't you? You have a little
Exactly.
bank of, don't be ridiculous, Annies, that are sitting there.
Exactly. That's it. That's it. Even
Because it
I
is,
mean, the other day, that meeting, I was talking to Jenny, and I know that Jenny was on your podcast. I
yeah,
have to listen to it. And at the end of the meeting, we were talking, and I was like, I still get that feeling that, ooh, I'm in the big boys table, the big girls table. It's like,
yeah,
ooh,
yeah, yeah,
everybody was there. I was like, wow, these people that I admire and people that
yeah,
I follow, and now we're here talking as peers. It's like, wow,
yeah,
it gets in your head, but at the same time, it's like, oh, come on, we're just here to solve something. So
yeah,
let's
yeah,
just do it. Yeah.
yeah. And I think, particularly with some of the bakers that I've worked with, not necessarily with my membership now, but I did have a big Facebook community. And a lot of them were, oh, I'm just a bake, I'm just,
The
and you
just.
think, oh, you know, if you come away from that feeling that you're just a this and that and the other, and start thinking, I'm a business owner now. I'm a business owner. It's my responsibility to make a profit. Then things shift, don't they? Things
Absolutely,
work in a
absolutely.
different way.
Yeah, even
Um,
our posture changed. It's
yes,
like I'm a business owner. It's like,
yeah,
yeah, I did
yeah,
it. Yeah, yeah, it's true,
yeah,
it's true.
absolutely. And if you get your business sorted out with your terms and conditions and your policies and all that, then you've got all that to fall back on when you do get a difficult customer or you do
Hmm.
have an issue. You can say, what does my policy say about that?
Yeah.
And you are then taking it away from that, or it's me personally, it's not, it's my business that says this.
Hmm.
So you can you can get around it that way, can't you? Well, my policy says I don't do that, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's a process. I'm sorry. It's in the document.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what do you find? I mean, obviously, pricing and the mindset of pricing is a big thing. What other things do you find that is common across the businesses that you work with, the issues that they have?
Well, you mentioned the key word, which is mindset.
Mm.
I think that's I mean, that's the root of all evils
Yeah,
in
it is. Yeah.
in all the issues that we have in the industry. Because yeah, when you go to the root of everything, it is all about the mindset. Even now, when I'm working mainly with time management and strategy,
Mm.
and it's all in the mindset. How do you see time? How do you see the
Yeah.
time that you're investing in the things that you're investing with with the money? And again, I always say it on my podcast as well. I had a big, during years, I was not pricing right
Mm.
on my business. And I realized that it was not about doing the math, it was the mindset that I had
Mm.
around money. For
Yeah.
me, money was a problem.
Yes.
So asking for money was a problem
Yes.
until I healed that. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. So money is just the blood of the business. It's yeah, that's it. It's a transaction, no
Yeah.
problem. And everything changed. With social media, it's all about the mindset. Either
Yeah.
because you don't give it the importance that it needs to be given, or because I do believe in that, you remove the importance of it as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you, but it comes to how sure you are of yourself and your business mindset again.
Yeah.
So everything revolves around that. And I think the problem is we all jump into these businesses, the cake businesses or creative in that matter, for that matter, because let's say I have an oven, I
Yeah.
have a few recipes, I know how to bake a cake. Let me start a business. Why
Yeah.
not? But we have no idea what we're doing.
No.
We don't have any business training. We don't, we think we're going to make a cake, we're going to sell it somehow, and we're going to live happily ever after.
Yeah.
That's it. And
Yeah.
that's not the case. So
Yeah.
when all the issues start accumulating, it really messes with with ourselves, with our
Yeah.
mind, with our mindset. So only when you heal that part is that everything falls into place.
Mm.
Yeah. Social media is
Absolutely.
a big issue
Oh, yes.
also
Oh, yes.
around the community.
Yeah.
It's a necessary evil, as I call it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Because it's,
Yeah.
without it, a lot of the businesses that we work with would would struggle, just because of the way things are.
Yeah.
But the minute you start seeing social media as your only visibility,
Hmm. You mentioned it the other day. I listened to that one.
excellent.
Yes. And I was like, Amen, Annie. Yes,
Amen. Yeah, but it's true, isn't it?
it is.
I've worked with so many bakers. Um, I mean, the pandemic was when lots and lots of bakers set up in business.
Hmm.
Absolutely. It was one of the industries that was allowed to continue. You could bake as long as you distanced when you delivered, all that kind of stuff.
All that
But
thing. Yeah.
it was, people setting up because they could, and
Hmm.
it was a way for a lot to actually keep going and have a purpose and all that. But the business foundations just weren't there. They, as you said, they thought I can bake. People have said how fabulous my cakes are, and I should sell them, so I'm going to sell them.
Hmm.
But then all that sort of mess comes in with, you know, the competition, Doris down the road who's selling £2 cheaper than you, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and there's the I'm always talking to my members about, you know, no one else is you.
Hmm.
You do things your way, you create things your way, you deal with customers your way, and there are customers that will love that, will love the way you know you talk to them, you what you produce, and there are always customers that aren't that bothered. You know, they'll go and find someone else because they don't
Yeah.
sort of click with you, and that's
Mhm.
okay, isn't it?
It is okay. They're not your customer.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
that's an interesting lesson to learn. I remember when I first started hearing the words ideal client, my first reaction, which I know is the first reaction of a lot of new businesses, is, oh, well, I don't want to niche down on client. I'll sell to anyone. And it's not until you realize what ideal client actually means, you think, oh, right. Yeah, no, I get it now. It's appealing to that one person that's your
Yes,
perfect customer. And all your messaging on social media and your output is aimed at that person.
it
So
is.
they're
Yeah.
so they're going, that's exactly what I want. They look, I was talking to Kate Tynan the other day as well, and we were agreeing that to have someone look at your website and go, that's exactly what I want, and that's the person I want to do it. That's the goal, isn't it?
That's the goal. That is the goal. And again, because we're never educated in the business side,
Yeah,
I think we face this business mainly. I think most of us come either from a job, right?
yeah,
Where you go,
yeah,
you do your thing, you get paid at the end of the month, and that's it.
yeah,
And that's the only thing we know. So we think, okay, so I bake, I get paid, and that's it.
yeah,
No, that's not how it works. Or you have no idea how to run a business, but the business that you see are, like a supermarket, like
yeah,
I don't know, like a store, big store, and you're comparing yourself to them, and
yeah.
you can't because it's not the same business. You
It's
say,
not.
oh, but the bakery sells to everyone. You're not a bakery.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and not until you realize that, okay, this is a different business model. This is a different thing. I need to speak to the person that is going to see my cakes, is going to taste my treats, or see my website and say, oh, that's the person that I want,
yeah.
to make the cake for my wedding, for my birthday, for whatever.
Whatever.
And
Yeah,
and it's going to be such a, you know, blessing working with a person like that, because they're going to love what you do. It's going to be easy. You're going to communicate easily. Everything is going to be perfect.
yeah.
But it's not everyone.
No,
But
absolutely.
there's the and of course it's like, oh no, I'm missing out. I'm missing out on everyone. I'm missing out because the baker down the road is
Yeah,
going to take the other.
yeah, yeah.
And it's okay.
It's absolutely okay, and it's okay to say no, isn't it?
Oh,
You
that's
know,
a big one. Yeah.
it's tempting, isn't it? Particularly when you first start out to say yes to absolutely everything you're asked to do,
Hmm.
because obviously you want, you know, you want to take the bookings and you want this, and the temptation is, isn't it, to price slightly lower because you want the bookings. But
Yeah.
there's absolute minefield of traps in that,
Oh
isn't there?
my God. I got in so much trouble when I started
Mm,
because I didn't say no to anything. It's like, I mean, wedding cakes that I was not supposed to do it and I ended up doing it. It was a nightmare. Corporate cakes that I was like, why did I say yes to this? Oh my goodness.
yeah.
I mean, things that I was like, why? Why did you
Why?
put yourself in this
Yeah,
situation? Because
yeah,
I thought when I start, because that's the thing, we all started like that. It's not like, no, I had everything figured out since the
yeah,
beginning and now I'm teaching you. No, no, no. I'm saying what I'm saying because I've been through all of that.
yeah.
And it's like, no, you save yourself from so many headaches, sleepless nights,
Right. Yeah,
and stress and unsatisfied clients. I mean, all of
yeah,
those things. Yes.
yeah. I mean, it's the easiest way to fall out of love with what you do, and we should
Mhm.
love what we do. You know, we
Yes.
choose to set up a business because, you know, cake and creativeness is what we love.
Yeah.
And often, particularly, you know, a lot of the people that I work with set up because they want the freedom to be able to take their children to school in the morning and pick them up in the afternoon. They want the freedom to have a day off to go and, you know, do things with their children and their families. but then they find that because they're saying yes to everything, it's becoming 24/7, and they're having to say, well, I can't do that because got a cake. I can't do
Yeah.
that because I've got a cake.
It's even worse than a
Yeah,
job.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
becomes, and the idea of, strategy and time management, as you say, it becomes oh, well, I'm running a business, I'm supposed to be busy. Well,
Oh,
no.
no, you're not.
No.
That's where I come in and say, no, you're not
Yes.
supposed to believe like that. No, wait. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's really important, isn't it, to manage your time and look at your diary, what you have available, and say, okay, what is possible in this time? Where can I put things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like building up. For me, I see it as building a puzzle,
Mm.
but you have to have the right, the right pieces of the puzzle. So, uh, your business setup, everything
Yeah.
business, like, yeah, having your policies, your insurance, your
Yeah.
kitchen inspection, all of those things are
Mm.
necessary. They have to be in place. You have to know how to price and how to talk to your ideal client. All of those things, those are the pieces of the puzzle. Now,
Yeah.
how we build that puzzle, that's the beauty, because when the pieces all fit together, it's like, oh, I can have a day off or
Yeah.
an afternoon off. I can pick up my kids from school. I don't have to bake until 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
So all of those things, and that for me is the beauty of the strategy and the time management. But
Yeah.
again, it all comes to the mindset, saying no, um,
Yeah.
you know, uh, uh, compromising. Um,
Mm.
I think one of the things that we've been talking about in the community lately is about your non-negotiables. What are the things that I won't, it's
Yeah.
like, no, I won't give up on this.
Yeah.
For me, all was always after dinner, because I'm a morning person. I
Me
can wake up
too.
early
Mm.
and no problem. Like, I'm full of energy. After 5 in the afternoon, forget
Yeah.
it.
I'm exactly the same.
No,
Yeah.
no. It's like, I'm done. I can't. It's time
Yeah.
to unwind, to do the dinner, to sit down with my family, and then it's just my me time. It's like,
Yeah.
no. So that was a non-negotiable. I won't be baking at night. Whatever I do it during these hours.
Yeah.
Missing on my kids' recitals or picking them
Yeah.
up for school. That was a non-negotiable, because
Yeah.
that's why I started the business.
Yeah.
Uh, but that has to be very clear.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's so easy to fall into the hustle trap that, oh,
Yes.
it's because I'm a business owner.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to do this. No, you're not.
And
Yeah.
the saying no to, I've talked about this a few times about, your friend who's, oh, she's only self-employed at home. Of course she can come out, or she can look after my kids for a bit while I do this, that, and the other. Actually, no, I'm running a
Yeah.
business.
That's a
And
business. Oh, yes. Oh, that's a good one. And that comes within the non-negotiables,
yeah,
because that's the thing. And working from home. I mainly work with people who works from home,
yeah,
because that's where I had my business all my
yeah,
life. And it's so easy, like, but you're just there. You can pick up the dry cleaners. It's
yeah,
just down the road. No, I'm working.
yeah,
Or because you're working, they come in, they ask you things. It's like, can you check on this? Can you call the doctor? Can you book me an appointment? I'm working. No, this is, and I always said it. If I were in
yeah,
an office, nobody would
yeah.
hire me.
It's so
Yeah,
true, isn't it? And to
but
have that, you know, have that timetable where you say, no, between 9 and 12 Tuesday morning or whatever, I'm absolutely non-contactable because I'm really working on this, that, and the other. You
hmm
know, you know, contact me at, half three, between half three and half four. I may be available for something if you really need me. So it's
exactly.
making it really clear, isn't it?
You
That
have to make it clear, and you have to make it clear with the people closer to you,
mm,
your
mm,
family and your friends, because they're
yeah,
the ones who tend to,
yeah,
take advantage of
absolutely,
that. It's like, but just say you're
absolutely,
there. It's like, no, yeah, but now I'm working. Yeah, it's a conversation to have,
yeah,
but it's necessary. It's necessary
absolutely,
to set to those boundaries, to say no, all of that. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
and
absolutely.
and and the whole long term I love getting to November, December, and starting to plan for the following year. I love that, you know, that excitement of, "Ooh, what's going to happen next
Yeah,
year?"
it's like we're starting all over
Yeah,
again.
we're starting over.
Yeah, I
And
know.
there's, you know, I always say to the people that I'm working with, you know, if you plan your year, you can plan for 2 weeks off in August, you can plan for half terms with your children. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean a loss of income. You just plan to have that income elsewhere. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really important, isn't it, to have a long-term overview of what
Mm-hmm.
you do, and not sort of knee jerk week to week. Oh, I've got to make more money this week because the week after I'm going on holiday. That
No,
should be
no.
planned out, shouldn't it?
It should be. It should be. And that's another thing that, well, because I've always been like this. I've always been a very I'm a Virgo. I'm a very organized
Oh,
person. And to hear how many people don't do it. They just winging it for all
mm,
their lives. And I'm like, you don't have like, you don't have a diary. You don't have an agenda. And I'm like, no,
yeah,
no, I remember things. It's like, no,
yeah,
for me, that's like alien. It's like, no way.
yeah,
Or no, they don't plan their year I mean, I do that with the family activities. Of course, I'm going to do it with my business,
yeah,
you know, to plan the whole year. But yeah, no. Once I think I told this story in the podcast. I was because for me, planning for the next year again is
yeah,
like, for me that's Christmas.
yeah,
Before Christmas, it's like,
yes,
oh yes, and I'm gonna buy my new diary for next year, my new
yes,
agenda, my planners. I have diaries and planners everywhere, and you know, the more stickers and things it has, the
yes.
best, because that's
Hmm.
me. And
Hmm.
I there's this store here that sells all these whimsical, crazy planners. I love to buy them. And I was there. I was picking up the planner. I usually have like a big monthly planner the whole month, and then my diary for every day. And I hear somebody coming in the store talking. There were two women that they were talking to each other, and she's like, "Oh no, that's a waste of money. I don't have time to have an agenda." I was like, "That's why you don't have an agenda.
Yeah.
That's why you don't have time, because
Yeah.
you don't have the agenda."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
So yeah, like a lot of people live their lives like that, and
Yeah.
it's crazy when I see uh, cake business owners in this case, or creators, do the same. Like they don't like, no, no. Well, next week I'm a little short this month, so maybe I need to work more hours next week. It's like,
Yeah.
no, that's not
Yeah.
the way you do it. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It should
it's
be,
crazy.
yeah, far more long term than that,
Hmm.
shouldn't it? It
Yeah,
it
yeah,
really
and it
should.
saves time. I know
Yeah.
people. The idea of planning, it's overwhelming for a lot of
Yeah.
people, and most of the resistance that I find from people that in the community, or the people that come new into the community, is like, but I'm already overwhelmed and you're adding more stuff into my
Mm.
life. I said, wait a minute, there has to be a compromise. Like,
Mm.
yes, you're going to do a little bit more in the beginning of the year, or every
Mm.
quarter, in the beginning of every quarter. And if you've, I mean,
Mm.
and a little bit more every, let's say, Sunday night or Monday morning to plan
Yeah.
the week. Okay.
Yeah.
But let's say half an hour. That's all it takes. It's a little bit more, but it's going to save you so much
So
time
much time.
in the
Yeah.
long run, and so many headaches, because that you don't know, you can plan seasonal for your cakes and your treats, you can plan a holiday, you can plan a break, you can plan so many things. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
I know it's a little bit overwhelming at the
Yeah.
beginning,
But
but
it's
once they get the
getting,
hang of it,
yeah,
it works.
exactly. It's getting into
Hmm.
the routine. And I talk a lot about, you know, if you're starting a new project or you're bringing in a seasonal project, launch it. Don't just sort of suddenly announce, oh, I'm selling, I don't know, Father's Day cookies tomorrow or whatever. You,
Yeah.
you know, get a bit of launch strategy in. Make
Hmm.
people think, oh, what's this about? I'm really curious about this.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
having a strategy about, you know, I know some bakers, they branch out and they perhaps do a recipe book or they start classes, or which is brilliant, isn't it? You know, that the extra income streams.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
agree.
but the launching of them is as vital as the actual planning of the sessions itself, isn't it? Do you
It
think?
is. It is.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays. And I think we mentioned that a little bit the other day in our meeting.
Mm.
The old business models are not working anymore. We live in a different reality,
Mm.
right? With everything going, you know, social media,
Yeah.
the customer, what the customer wants, how the customer view your products, how the customer buy your products. Um, the life that we're living right now, which is quite hectic.
Yeah.
So all of that has changed uh, the business plan that maybe, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, you could get away with telling your neighbors and your family, like, hey, I'm baking Christmas cookies this
Yeah.
year, and that is in 15 days
Yeah.
or next week. So is anybody interested? And you will sold them out.
Yeah.
Yes, it could work. Nowadays, no, that it has
Yeah.
to be an strategy. There has to be a launching period. Yes, it
Yeah.
does. And it's a new reality that we need to face. But
Yeah.
again, once you get the hang of it, it's actually fun.
It is.
It
It
is.
is. And getting out of the, I mean, we talked about social media, and getting out of that thinking that you post on social media and they'll all come running, which is what I thought when I first started, Oh, you
Yeah, I think we all did.
do a Facebook post and wait for the phone to ring kind of thing. And it really doesn't work like that, is it? The
No.
whole people getting to know you, the whole idea of the sales funnel of people have got to know who you are and get the feeling of you before they start engaging with you and finding more, and then they'll be trusting enough to
Hmm.
buy. And I think
Exactly.
that's missing a little bit, isn't it? You think?
It is. It is.
Mm,
And again, it comes back to because we don't know.
mm.
We think
No.
magically we're going to sell our cakes because
Yeah.
we bake beautiful cakes and
Yes.
and yummy desserts and that's
Yeah.
it. But no, there's a whole game, a whole different game.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that you have to take in consideration for the bakers out there and the creatives out there. And with social media has become so busy.
Yeah.
There's so many baker I mean baking the baking
Yeah.
industry is one of the
Yeah.
busiest industries on social media
Yeah.
because it's appealing. People love to see others bake and
Yes.
and decorate their cakes and create these beautiful pieces. And that's another thing, most of us who sell cake, well, I don't sell cakes anymore, but most of the bakers who
Yeah.
sell cakes think, okay, so I have to, create a reel like these content creators who
Yeah.
are actually putting on a show about baking. And no, that's not what you do.
Yeah.
You sell your cakes online. It's
Yeah.
different. You're talking to your target audience. You're talking to your ideal client.
Mm.
They have to know you. They have to get to
Yeah.
know who you are. Why are you baking? The story behind
Yeah.
everything that you're doing. Storytelling has become a
Yes.
big deal that we overlooked for some, like,
Yeah.
I mean, who care what I like and I
Yeah.
don't like? I just want to sell my cakes.
Yeah.
But no, now people they want to relate with you. They want to identify with you
Yeah.
and then they become your clients.
Exactly.
It's a
They
different game. It's a different
Yeah.
game now.
It's warming an audience up to really get to know you. I mean,
Yeah.
the phrase I often use is don't do a here's my cake, do you want to buy it post because that, people can go, But if you tell a story behind that cake or tell something about how you made it or a tip, people love value, don't they, when they're
Oh, they
watching
love it.
social
They
media?
love to feel included, to feel
Exactly.
asked. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
what's your
And
favorite flavor?
yes.
Are you a
Yeah.
chocolate lover like me? All of
Yeah.
those things. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, people love that.
So all of that sort of output, and I know that there are loads of people that don't like showing their face. I do because I'm a big diva and I don't care.
Oh, me
But I know,
too. I don't suffer from that.
but I know there are people. Oh no, I couldn't go and talk to camera. You think, okay, well, you don't have to. Have images of you doing things so they can see your face because it's important, isn't it, for people to see the face of the business. They know
It
the
is, yeah.
person behind it, don't they?
It is the reality that
Mm,
we're living. People don't
mm,
buy from a logo anymore. They
no,
don't buy
no,
from, some random cake. They don't. They want to
no.
see the face. They want to
Yeah,
identify somehow
yeah,
because it is so busy. And I think we have lost a little bit of that human touch
yeah.
because everything is online
Because
and now
everything's
with AI
online.
and all of that.
Yeah,
So people's craving that. Like, who are you? Who are you in
yeah,
the other side of that account?
yeah,
And but yeah, I know a lot of people have that again mindset.
yeah, yeah,
It's a lot of people's like, oh, I don't want to show my face, and I understand it. Again, I mean,
yeah,
I understand the theory of it because for me, it's not an issue.
yeah. Don't bother me at all. I'm
It's
a
like,
big
oh,
no.
I wake up every morning like, oh, I have something to say. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say it, and whoever listens to it, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's it's a different game nowadays. It's a
Yeah.
different game.
It is. It is.
Hmm.
Do you know what? We're coming to the end of our time. This is really sad. I must get you on again in the future.
Oh, anytime. I love it. I'm having
But
so much fun.
before we finish, um, what do you think are the issues that are current, really current for people running cake and creative businesses? What do you think people need to perhaps watch out for or take seriously that's going on?
Um, get educated on business.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's number one for me because if you again what we've been saying, if we think that just because we make yummy, beautiful cakes and our neighbors and friends think they're good, we're going to make a business. I mean, you could sell them. I'm not saying you can't, but make a business out of it is
Yeah.
not enough.
Yeah.
You need to educate yourself. Whoever, if you're starting out or if you're in the middle of it and you're struggling, get the business support that you need.
Yeah.
Another thing I think it's important is don't do it alone.
Mm,
There are so many communities, memberships, groups. You
mm,
don't need to be doing this alone.
mm.
We need to support each other. It's a very lonely business in
Yeah.
our kitchen by
Yeah.
ourselves. And it tends to get to our heads like it's all my fault. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm the only one in the planet who doesn't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
what it's doing, which is not true. And you don't need to do it alone. There's a
Yeah.
lot of communities out there and whatever community resonates with you, just get there and see
Yeah.
what happens. Find your peers because
Yeah.
that's important. And mindset, I guess, yes. I mean, work on the issues. I share a post the other day, I don't know, weeks ago, but it's from something that I read that is don't bring your emotional issues into your business
Mm.
because it's not. It's like if you have an issue with money, you have it. It's not the business that has the issue
Yeah.
with money. If you have an issue with showing your face, if you're a people pleaser, if you need the validation of everyone, work on that yourself
Yeah.
before you bring it into your business because it's
Yeah.
going to affect it a lot.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I think that mindset, business education, and you don't need to do it alone. Find your
Perfect.
community. Yeah.
Perfect, Christina.
There you go.
Listen up, everybody. Listen up to Christina.
Listen to me, please.
Fantastic. Oh, yes, fantastic. Now, if people are thinking, oh, I love this, who is this person? How can they get in touch with you, find out more about what you do? Where can they find you?
Well, you can find me at Instagram or Facebook on at the Art Cake Coach all together. There's the website, theartcakecoach.com.
Okay.
And I have a community on school called The Art of Creative Business, where we tackle everything business and time management for cake makers and creatives. So yes,
Fantastic.
that's where you
What
can
we'll
find me.
do is after this, I will ask you for links and things, and I'll put them all in the show
Of
notes.
course, of course. Ah, and the podcast. I forgot about the
Yeah,
podcast
go.
and the Arcade Coach podcast as well. Everything is the Arcade Coach.
Of
Yes.
course. So we'll put all that in the show notes. So
Yeah,
have a look
thank
in there,
you.
folks, and you should see them in there.
Thank you, Annie.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me today, Christine. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you.
Oh, I had so much fun. Thank you for having me.